What is up, everybody? It is your boy Tyler, Mom's Basement MMA, and I am back. I've taken like a holiday of sorts, as it would be called in the UK, and it's important for me to use the proper terminology because my next guest comes from the UK, Jonny Wheelkick Mills. Once again, always a pleasure, my man. And I must say, before we even go further into this twisted rabbit hole of a conversation that we're about to get into, first things first. You just competed. You just won your most recent bout. Congratulations to you, Jonny. And I would love for you to set the stage and to give us your point of view about how that bout went.
Right, yeah, thank you, Tyler. It was very different than what I thought was going to happen. The guy's fighting Ryan Franklin, and I'll give you the due. You watch his fights. He's not won one. He hasn't won a fight, right? But every fight he always comes out the bang. Always comes out the bang. First time in his career, didn't want to come to bang. Didn't come forward. He didn't come forward. He just ran. And it complexed me because I was ready for him to come forward, and I was on a chuck, but he started running. So that was the start. They gave me the good game plan, and at the start I was thinking, hang on, how am I going to hit him? My corner, one of my cornermen, Ben, said he was going to do this. Said he was going to run around and do this. But in my eyes, I thought, he's going to come forward. He's going to come forward. But he didn't. He didn't come forward. I was chasing most part, and he was shooting for takedowns. And I told you this to Easy Tyler. I said, no offense, mate. I'm happy to go on the ground or stand up. And I've said that ages ago. People didn't believe me. I said it ages ago. So, I was still at the very first round. I think I only landed a few shots. He went for a takedown. I pulled guard. I jumped guard. And when we got to the ground, he didn't choose to advance. Never once he wanted to advance. Never once he was going for submission, landing strikes. But I thought to myself, I tried to escape, and put it this way, long story short, I was trying to escape. He just dead weighted me. So I tried to go for an armbar, dead weight me. So I thought I should go relax here, wait this round out. I'm not going to use this energy. I just chilled. So that's the first round. That was it. First round. Second round started the same. I'm coming forward, trying to catch him. He's not trying to engage whatsoever. I think I landed 3 strikes. But again, he didn't want to come forward at all. He's just running away, and I'm just chasing him around the cage. And I was starting to get frustrated. I started to put my hands down like this, put my head in the air, just staying in the center of the cage, like, come on then, just doing this sort of stuff because he didn't want to come forward. Very, very awkward. Part of me was starting to stress. I thought, damn, if he actually does this, he could actually just steal the rounds by trying to get points. So next time I did a head kick, he goes for a takedown, and this time I wasn't putting guard. This time I thought, I'm not having you back on top of me this time. So this time he went for a takedown, and I noticed that he was trying to, he pushed, he felt my pressure to go for a takedown, and then he instantly tried to reverse me, tried to push from the top, and I felt his pressure, and I went heavy on him and reversed him and ended up on top. Went into half guard, then a few ground and pounds. He went try to get for a sweep. I caught him coming in for the sweep, coming up. I went for the head and arm choke, the one you saw Shane Carwin versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar did the same thing. Got him here and try, and now here's the horrible part. He tapped once. I loosened my grip, and he stopped tapping. But the referee saw it and stopped the fight. As soon as he tapped once, he tried to play out that he never tapped. And he tried, almost like the Chael Sonnen versus, Anderson Silva style. Started doing that, moaned and went out there. But yeah, in all fairness, this fight, I learned a lot. I went up a weight in cruiserweight. So it's the first time I went in cruiserweight. I don't know if I'm going to be fighting there again. Probably in the future, I might go back to heavyweight. It's in between heavyweight and cruiserweight, like 8 kgs. I'll probably go back middleweight. I've lost 5 kgs already. So put it this way, I'm thinking I'll go back middleweight next fight. But yeah, what I learned is that not everybody's going to come at me. And I should be, I've already been doing stuff in my training now to come forward a lot more because not everybody's going to do that game plan. It's something I learned a lot in this fight was not everybody's going to be, you're going to get awkward people who's going to be point fighters, which is horrible because I hate that. I hate that style, but, give it to Ryan Franklin. He had to do what he had to do to win. And at some points you could say it was working up to that point.
One of the things that's so interesting is like with your name, like with your everyone knows you as like the wheel kick guy. Everyone knows you as this like British Stephen Thompson of sorts, right? Like I don't want to. This guy's big. He's strong. I don't want to be in the pocket with him. I don't want this guy to have distance on me either because of his kicks. So I want to try to like bait this guy into kicking me, and hopefully I can grab his legs and take him down on the ground because I'm not standing with this guy. If I'm thinking it, I know you're thinking it when you're in the training room and when you're thinking about how you prepare against very good grapplers, very good jiu-jitsu guys. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you, Jonny, is like, do you think that there's a part of your game that a lot of people either don't know about or just think that you're like limited in terms of like, oh, he's just a striker, get him down on the ground, he's going to be lost. Do you feel like
I got medals in grappling? I've got multiple medals in grappling. So like, if people think I can't grapple, then you are delusioned. The thing is, I put my wheel kick out there for a reason because I like standing up, right? I do love standing up. Striking was my first ever love, still is my first ever love. But if people at the start, for years, it was hard for me to get a fight. I had to fight out the Wales to get a fight. Finally got a fight. Then now, it wasn't everybody's fault. COVID happened as well. I wasn't going to get a fight before COVID. Can't lie. Right. But anyways, long story short, I fought out of Wales. Right. And then everybody thought I was a striker. So Cameron Cottle came in thinking I was a striker and I pulled guard. He's like, what's going on? You know, like that sort of stuff. Like I'm happy to go on the ground. I always said this. I'm happy fighting. I prefer standing up. I'm not going to lie. I would rather strike. And, you know, I won by submission today, but again, I said I would never take it to the ground. He came at me. I'm not a boring mouse guy. I would never go to the ground. That's not me. If you want to take it to the ground, that's you. Cool. Mm-hmm. You do that. I'm not going to fight that. But if you take it to the ground, be warned. Trust. I will beat you on the ground as well as striking. That, I mean, call it arrogance, call it you want. I know how good I'm on the ground. I know how good I am. So, like, you know, the only bit that was, I felt, you know, a bit worrying in this fight was, damn, am I actually going to catch him? He was like a rat. It was like a rabbit. Like a hair rabbit. It was like trying to catch the rabbit. He was running backwards, sideways. He was like, oh, doing all this stuff. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. Before in the change rooms, Ben did say he was going to do this stuff. I didn't see this. I thought he was going to. How can I explain? I thought he was going to come at me. I thought he was really going to come at me. I thought, yes, I'm used to that. I could do it every day. That's cool. And then no, he ran. So I was like, oh. Okay, that's something I've got to look at.
Right.
It's like I got to start doing more agility and stuff. But yeah, I didn't think I'd be like doing that. But like, yeah, I'm probably have to just start changing. I think people are going to start changing their game plans. And I think, you know, you can't. I'm always ready for toe to toe, and that'll never change. But if someone do that, I'm gonna have to like really have to sort that out because that was, yeah, I was starting to get frustrated. I can't lie. He was working. I was really starting to get, oh my days. I started chucking kicks from miles out because I thought I can't catch him. So if you watch the fight, you will see I was chucking from like swing around. But I'll say this is my third fight, and you know technically I did kickboxing as well. I did lightweight kickboxing, welterweight in MMA, middleweight, and then welterweight. So technically, my last like striking all strikes have been four fights in 4 different weight categories. I don't know if that's smart, but yeah.
Hey, fighters fight.
Exactly. Exactly, yeah.
You know, fighters fight. You got to take the opportunities when they're given to you. I look at you as an undefeated mixed martial artist at this point in your career. Like you're 3-0 in my opinion. I know the record books say otherwise, but I've seen that fight multiple times. I thought you did enough to win. But Jonny, when you look at all of your amateur bouts at this stage, like if you had to give yourself a grade from like 1 to 10, 1 being like the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best, like kind of where are you? You've only had 3 bouts on the books, but like you have a lot more experience. You alluded to that by talking about being in grappling tournaments, etc. There's a part of you where I feel like you have a lot more experience in your athletic prime. You can't really say the same about your competition. So like, how satisfied are you with your amateur career to date?
It is. I'll be honest with you. I'm sure I'm not allowed to elbow. I'm not allowed to go for leg locks. Like I remember when I had Dom in a leg lock and I had to let him bend in. That was horrible. That was painful because I was like, oh man, I got you here. I got you here. So, I love you, Don, but I didn't hear. I'm sorry. But yeah, like just yeah. The last fight I'm most least happy with, even though I got the submission, just because of how I panicked as well. I ain't gonna lie. You'll see. I put like I haven't got the weight on me now. Like if you see my gut now, where it was then, like I panicked because I thought, oh man, he's 98 kgs. I'm only like 92 kgs. I thought I got to put the weight on.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna put muscle on now, so just shove everything in me, and that kind of slowed me down. So I think I didn't need to do that, but there you go. I did it. If I'd say rate the first fight, I'd rate probably, I don't know, 6, 7 out of 10. The one I technically lost, I rate an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Last fight was a 5 or 4. Just because I don't know. I didn't have an answer for him running away. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I won, and I think he had to shoot for takedown Miles' way because I landed a few shots on him, so he had no choice to lose the round. But it killed me because I don't like fighting boring. I'm not a fighter, and that I've always wanted to, have fun in there and then I was express myself sort of style, and I couldn't express myself because I couldn't catch him, couldn't get near him, and their corner they looked at me and they must have come up with an amazing game plan. And for the most part of it, you could say Ryan Franklin he won the first round because of the takedown. Second round I was winning, but it wasn't like, oh, I was battering him because I couldn't get near him, couldn't touch him, he was just running away. So 4 or 5. I'm hoping that. Well, I'm not hoping. I know I am. I'm on a like plan at the moment. I'm not going to say what I'm doing, but I'm on a plan at the moment that's going to create more agility, more reaction times, more peripheral work, more, because a cage is not like a ring. A ring, someone goes in the corner, you can corner them off.
Mm-hmm.
Cage, really circle,
Right.
Out and circle around. And I noticed that I stepped one way, he's sprinting over that way. It went the other way, went that way. I went down the center, he goes that way. It was like, oh my days. And I got to the point where when you watch the fight, I started just standing in the middle, my hands down, head in the air, like, come on. I got to a point where, what can I do? So it got really horrible. But
And maybe there's an opportunity, just kind of thinking about it, like everyone's going to analyze that film. They're going to say to themselves, like, okay, footwork, let's get on our bike, let's frustrate him. People are going to try to emulate that to try to frustrate you. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to like, okay, what are some strategies I could use to not get put in that position again? Like, are there footwork drills? How can I cut the cage off better? And I'm sure you'll get there. I'm sure those are things that are readily on the front of your mind, so you're not in that similar position down the road.
We're working on a lot of stuff and looking at a lot of fighters. I'm not saying the individuals we're looking at. We're looking at a lot of fighters, looking at analysing things that I'm going to emulate and try to put into my game. I'm thankful for the people that came up. Can I say thank you now? At the end, but I'll say thank you now too, because Sol George drove me up, and I'll tell another story later about him. But Sol George gave me a lift up with Matt Guard, Perry, my brother, said Ben, Mike Evans, and all these guys came up on last notice, and I like, Ben, Sol, and Mike were my corner. Came on last day, they came on the last day for my corner because of some people couldn't make it because of work duties and such. So, and family things, which was a bit, it was hard. I understand. So like for them to come up in my corner on the day was kind of like, yeah, I appreciate that a lot, and I appreciate everybody who helped me in the build up of training as well. I appreciate everybody. So yeah, I'll get off this topic now, but I'll let you speak, Mo, because I know we got a lot of fun to talk about. So.
Well, we do, but there's a big elephant in the room that I have to talk about, and I don't mean to put you out of sorts, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't talk about it. Cage Warriors Wales, that's a magnificent opportunity for somebody like you. What are your thoughts on something like that? Like, that has got to be a card. You got to try to get on that card.
I got offered Saturday, just go, and I got offered it, but it was welterweight. I was like, dude, I just fought 98 kgs, and now you want me to go to 77 kgs. That I love the fight, but I don't want to die. I don't want a heart attack in 7 days. Like, get from that, like, it wasn't going to happen. Yeah, I love Cage Warriors, man. But you know what I said to you, bro, and I still say it now. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say, Tyler?
No, no, this is your show. You have to say it.
All right. I want to fight in America, bro. I want
Let's
you.
go.
I don't want to fight in America, man. Anybody watching this, American brands, I don't know, promotions, promoters. You want someone who will kick someone in the head, and hopefully get me a guy who wants to come at me. I'm asking too much there. But anyways, still, if you can get me on your show, yes, please.
Let's do it.
Get me in America.
No, Jorge Masvidal, we want to fight for Icon FC in Florida on UFC Fight Pass. Let's make that happen.
Yes, bro. It'd be iconic, bro. I want Mom's Basement MMA going live as well. While you my corner, have it live. That's how I go out and get knocked out live. I'm joking. That's not gonna happen. But no, bro, I want to go live, bro. I like that. That is what we should do. And tell you, it should happen. I'm getting my passport done as we speak. By the way, as we speak, it's happening. And also, I'm gonna get a visa sorted. Well, obviously, everything gets concreted. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but obviously, I would love to fight in Cage Warriors Wales. I appreciate that arena. Arena's got one in Stoke as well, and I'm thankful for all my sponsors. And you know, wherever I fight, I love. But yes, I do want to fight in America. I can't lie. I really want to fight in America. You know, it's like I said, I may look young, but I'm 28. I'm 28, bro. So like, I need to go now. I want to go now. I'm like, this might be my last amateur bout because a part of me, I always feel limited in the close up because I got great elbows. I came from a Muay Thai background. I got great elbows, right? And I know when it comes to a clinch, like all these little shots, but I can come over like that. Then yes, I can't wait. There's so much to my game that people don't know about. I mean, they keep saying Taekwondo. Mention this something themselves. I've only done Taekwondo 2 times in my life or 3 times in my life. They keep saying Taekwondo. I'm like, freaking it, man. It's capoeira, man. It's Taekwondo.
Jonny, I cannot wait to see you fight Unchained, where you can use the full range of all your weapons. I still feel like you're fighting handcuffed in a way because there's a lot to your game that you can't utilize, but all in good time. And to echo Jonny's sentiments, A1, Uriah Faber, I know that you have a promotion that you just launched. Get my man over here, Jorge Masvidal, CFFC, LFA, anybody. He'll fight anybody too. He's not picky.
Any weight class.
Okay, so flyweight it is.
Flyweight it is. Oh, man.
Jonny, let's talk something real quick. So we're talking about going pro, and I know we hit on this before. You don't have any tattoos. Is that even allowed? Can you even go pro without any tattoos? Like, you need to have one, at least one.
No, I don't, bro. No, I don't. I'm with Dana White here. I hate tattoos.
Okay, but we talked previously about you getting a bunch of like stupid temporary tattoos. Think about it. We want you to go viral. So would you entertain the idea of getting the most?
I need to knock someone out. If we'll kick someone in the head, I'll go viral that way. I don't need to freaking go viral with a freaking tattoo on my body.
Okay, but think about it. What if you had like a bunch of girly tattoos, like fake temporary tattoos on you that made people laugh? Like, okay, imagine you had like a fake tattoo of like Elmo or Big Bird, like that covered up your entire back. Think about it. And then that guy throws a wheel kick at somebody, knocks him out. You'd be like the Big Bird. It would be fantastic.
We did this last podcast, yeah, and nothing came out of it, right? If someone offers me serious money for a fake tattoo, serious money, yeah, you know, for charity or myself, yeah, then I will put a fake tattoo, yeah, and they can do whatever they want. No, but I had no serious offers, yeah? So really, no. Otherwise, I love my body. My body is beautiful. Well, in the last fight, it didn't look beautiful. It looked like a sack of shit. I ain't gonna lie. But now I'm losing weight. But I'm being serious, bro. I was too big. I put shitloads. Dumb. But anyways, long story short, off that topic, right? I'm sorting my weight out now. I'm hopefully going to be at middleweight. I would love to be at like light heavyweight, but carrying the right weight. You know, like right weight. I reckon 2 or 3 years I'll be there. But right now, middleweight is it. I mean, I could probably make like I said before, I couldn't make welterweight. I probably could make welterweight with like months and months of dietitian. Like I mean, like a long, like about 4 or 5 months of just pure diet. I just like eating clean. I probably could make weight, but like in space of 2 months or 3 months, that sounds like death. But
I think I keep going back to it. We need temporary tattoos. They need to be ridiculous. They need to be funny, and it would be a great branding.
What tattoo do you want me to have?
My logo.
I'll do your logo, yeah.
Yeah, like right on your belly or somewhere. It has to be somewhere awkward, though. You know.
Right there. Right. Oh my god.
Yeah, like the belly button is right in the center of it.
You give me a fight in America, I put it there. I put a massive one. Yeah, I mean, massive one. Okay. You get me a fight in America, I'll get it one there, and I'll put I love Tyler above.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, that I'll do that, right? But it's gonna be a fake tattoo. I ain't gonna have it feel. I ain't gonna have a life. It'll be there for a year, max. Right? And it's off. I'll do that. I would happily do that. And I'll put I love Tyler. Tyler is king. I'll have it all there. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be absolutely outstanding. I think we have to make that happen. So there's a guy I sponsor. He's a flyweight, 125 pounds. He's never.
You stinks. That's not nice, Tyler.
What's that?
You're calling him out because he stinks. That's not nice.
No. He doesn't smell. But no, seriously, like I'm bringing him up because he has never wore a gi in his life ever. He's a white belt, and he fought against a BJJ brown belt not that long ago and choked his ass out. So it's like one of those things where it's like
I've tapped out brown belts, bro. I've tapped out brown belts, right? And not too long ago, he won't say it, he won't admit, I was down to a club against a black belt with his first dam, and I had a triangle, nearly tapped him out, right? Mm-hmm. Now, like, I don't need to put the gi on. I don't need to do these things. But people who grapple me, and they see this voice in their heart, they will know. So it doesn't matter, and I know. So like in my eyes, I'm never being scared. Whoever takes me down, like the only thing that worried me is I don't like dead weight. Yeah, because if someone's trying not to progress, and they're completely doing a small movement, so they're just going to stay still. And it's, but in real fights, they get stand up. You start doing that bull crap, they get stand up. Well, he was landing little baby shots on me. Well, he was just, that sort of lay and pray sort of thing. I hate, But if you're trying to advance, I've got great sweeps. I've got great positions. I've got great arm bars. If you're trying to do stuff, but if you're trying to just sit there, which is my own fault because I weighed in at 93 and this guy weighed in at 98. I was actually giving away a lot of weight in this fight. He was a lot heavier than me. So his game plan must have been that trying to suffocate me and try to time it that way. So I give it to him. But majority of fights, when I go to the ground, I'm very articulate with my skills and stuff like that. I really think I've got a kind of way of, I do stuff that just like striking. I do stuff on the ground that is very unorthodox as well, but it works. That's what I see.
You train a lot. I know you're in the training room. If you're not working, you're training most likely. I see you all the time. Like you pretty much live in the training room. I know you do. But when you go up for an actual bout, and this may not have been the case in the most recent one, but like in terms of recovery, I could only imagine like your first bout, for example, your body's got to feel like you've been in a freaking car crash the next morning when you wake up. Like it's got to be a brutal couple of days in terms of recovery. Is that typical, or is it one of those things like because you've conditioned?
This one didn't do anything. This one didn't. I just felt like I didn't even fight. I felt like I've had. I don't want to say that. This sounds horrible. I felt like a spar. I felt like a spar fight. It was which is horrible because now I've still got this tense in me, to be honest. I'm hoping to fight on the 30th, but and go pro with Mike James. I'm not sure if that. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Mike, the 30th. First fight wasn't the fight that killed me. It was the weight cut. Mm-hmm. I nearly died a few times going to welterweight. I woke up a few times. My heart was doing palpitations. I'm thinking, no, Dory, we're gonna get through it. Give me a sip of water. Don't die. Just don't die. Sort of thing. Right. That was scary, man. I was shredded. Never been that shredded in my life. That was as shredded I've ever been, just because I got made welterweight. And the middleweight one, the mind and heart was okay. I was okay. It was my foot. I had a broken foot. I was actually straight after. Ben was fighting after me, so I was going to sessions with him and prepping with his fight. There was again the mind was alright. It was just the foot. I say best forms of recovery is sauna, jacuzzi, ice cold showers, hot baths, swimming pool, stretching, yoga, dancing, music, anything that's gonna like make you relax, calm, play video games. Like, you know, it's just all I want to do, Tyler. It's not like I'm someone who wants to do it. It's just all I want to do. It's all. There's nothing else I want to do. So for me, it's not like a typically normal, you know, I don't want to do that again. No, this is it. This is it. You know, after this fight, after the last fight, I was home doing weights because it wasn't enough. I couldn't even go to sleep because I didn't use enough energy. Because it was, I can't moan because he did a good strategy. I'll shut up now. But yeah, in all honesty, yeah, the first fight was the worst, not because of the fight, was because mainly the weight cut.
So have you ever like the day after a fight, do you ever like you've never like woke up and like felt like death the next day?
Again, welterweight because of not because of the fight,
but just because of weight cuts.
Yeah, weight.
Wow, that's like I watch some of these bouts, and I'm just like, that guy is gonna struggle to get out of bed the next day. You see somebody get like a bunch of body shots, they need to get their face all stitched up, and you know, I understand that you can condition your body to an extent, but like, if you cracked a rib, you cracked a rib. Like, there's no such thing as like conditioning that.
I had a broken foot with Dom, like, you know, that was a pain in the ass to like walk and stuff. But like, you know, that was a pain in the ass, yeah. But I wasn't feeling, you know, groggy and all like that. I wasn't, you know, it was none of that stuff. There was more groggy and from the welterweight fight, not because of getting shot for the weight cut. Yeah, sorry, I've said that about 500 times. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, yeah, maybe that will happen in the future. Maybe if I get another war, like a real war, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I prefer the wars. Maybe that's wrong with me, but to be honest with you, last fight, I've never been in a fight and not being happy. Like, never been in a fight. I usually get, you know, I was waiting for it. It's going to happen now. It's gonna never happened. It was just like anti-climax, you know? It was just like, oh, that was shit. Just gonna be honest. Like, no offense, right? But we didn't really bang, did we? Let's be honest. But yeah, it was all right.
You know what? I think a lot of people who aren't even fighters could probably relate to what you just said. But Jonny, I wanted to ask you a little bit, like, in terms of next level, we're talking about potentially going pro. We're talking about like the prospect of you coming to America. Now, when you think about like your path to fighting in a big promotion like PFL, like Bellator or UFC, one of those, is the path to get there more difficult because you're in the UK as opposed to like being an American and fighting here?
I don't know. I don't really care. It's gonna happen though. I know it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know it will happen. It will happen. It's gonna happen. And when it does, I just you know when it does, it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. I will shine. I will shine through because it's all I want to do. Tyler, see, like I'm trying to be humble about this, but I know it's gonna happen. You know, I know it will happen. It's not about if, it's about time.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, and I'm happening soon. I know someone actually stands with me. I can make any fight fun. You know, if they and if it gets to the ground, it can still be fun as well because I can fight on the ground. But do I enjoy the ground game? It's almost like I'm doing a jiu-jitsu fight, and it's like, ugh. Yeah. You know, I shouldn't do jiu-jitsu. I've done jiu-jitsu for 10 years. You know, I got skilled at it. I love the art. I love the art form of getting better and learning new skills. And you know, I love BJJ guys. But do I prefer to fight striking? Yes, I come there to bang. You know, and you know, but then again, it's MMA. So be prepared for the unexpected. But if you take me down, be prepared to get submitted yourself. So you know, that's how I say it. Yeah, because I'm never going to take. I'll say it now. I'm never going to take anybody down. Right? I'll pull guard. If you come at me, I'll pull guard because I ain't scared of you. But if you weren't, but like again, do you think I'm going to take someone down? Never. I wouldn't do that. I'll never do that because it's not in me. But I'm always there to bang, and you're always going to get that.
I love that. Fuck takedowns. We don't need them. If you decide to take me down, then fine, whatever. But it's like Nate Diaz almost in a way. You never see him take anyone down. But if you take him down, it's like, yeah, I can fight off my back. That's fine.
I'm amazed off my back. I got strikes off my back as well. Believe it or not, I've got strikes off my back. I've got submissions off my back. You know, there's when it comes to MMA, I'm going to have to do it down with elbows off my back, pro style. Like there's so many submissions. I've been doing this for over 10 years. Over 10 years, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And people think that I'm going to be shit on the ground. You're an idiot. Yeah. You're an idiot. You think you're going to take me down? You think it's going to be easy? You're an idiot. You know?
Well, take me down and find out.
Yeah, exactly. Find out. See what happens. You think you can beat me on the ground? Come at me. See.
So one of the things, Jonny, that I've like, you're an intense dude about your passion, which is MMA. Like, you talk about it time and time again. Like, dude, I'm built differently. I'm wired differently. This sport is my life. This is what I choose to do. And if I'm not fighting, I'm in a training room. I'm thinking about fighting. I'm watching fighting. So in terms of like leisure time, it probably doesn't exist for you because you're always doing something as it relates to fighting in some respects or recovery.
Whole thing about MMA, I don't know what I'm doing, mate. To be honest, I'm dangerous. I've tried to do normal jobs. I think I've been sacked recently from my job. I'm not too sure, but like, I've got like very high. I get bored extremely easy, Tyler. Right? Mm-hmm. I don't even like hanging out with people because I love them, but I know I'm going to say something stupid or do something stupid because I'm going to be bored. I'm going to do something dumb, and I know I will. Right? I just try to avoid it at all cost because I don't. Friends and stuff because of like who I am, right? And not because I love them. It's just because I know I'm gonna say something erratic, spasticated, and it'll fuck the whole thing. So I just don't. I just stay out of it. But like when I'm in training, it's great. It's I live, breathe, sleep this. It's life. Every time I spend time out the training, I'm like, oh my days. I feel like death. I feel like just slowly dying. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, let's go. Like, unless it's someone who, like, for instance, today I'm gonna have to go out because there's a friend that is leaving Swansea to go back to somewhere else. I think he's going back to Newcastle. Mm-hmm. So like that, I will go out, show my face just out of respect. And I'm not drinking. I don't drink. It's that, and then go back to training. But yeah, this is my life. I got sponsors. I got appreciate all these people that are helping me and yourself, Mum's Basement MMA. I will pop to the thing, by the way. That's another thing happened, bro. Joe Leon Roberts. Yeah, he was the referee there, right? As they got to the cage, you didn't realize you weren't allowed to put gel in your hair, right? I heard a comment, I heard comments saying that people saying, "Oh, you put Vaseline in your head." I didn't put Vaseline on my head. It was like I had gel in my hair. He had to freaking do my hair, made my hair look messy before the fight. I don't know if it made it better or not, but I was just chuffed it was Leon Roberts. Anyway, you know Leon Roberts is right, don't you? You know Leon Roberts, the referee?
Yes.
So it was sick. That was a cool moment. But anyways, off that topic, what was I saying? Shit, my head went.
Oh, you were talking about me.
Was I?
Yeah, you just said like I'm basically the shit.
Oh yeah, you are the shit. But no, like yeah, it was my head went, but I was just saying, yeah, I have to live, breathe this, mate. If I'm out of it, my head goes. I can't admit, I've got to admit, like I've had people like my old man hates me sometimes because he tries to talk to me and he says I don't listen. I try to listen. I really try to listen, Tyler, but I've got a very freaking short attention span. And if I don't get like stimulated, I'm looking at them, I'm telling myself to listen. I'm looking at him, all I'm hearing is Jonny, listen, Jonny, listen, Jonny, listen. That's all I'm hearing. And at the end of the conversation, I've realized, all I got out that was Jonny, listen. That's all I got. And I was like, oh shit. So it gets to the point where I'm just like, nah, just avoid that. Just do what you're good at and just flow with it. And if it happens, it happens. It doesn't. I believe it will, but yeah.
So with somebody like you, where like fighting is this sport, this lifestyle you're gonna do it in some way, shape, or form until you're 6 feet under. Like even like when your like competitive fighting days are over, like you're still gonna fight. It may not be at the same level, but you'll still be involved. I'm sure you'll be a coach. Like I'm sure you're going to train others. Like you're going to be in this game, like I said, until the day you die. But even the most active mixed martial artist at almost any level, like best case scenario, you're out there in the ring for maybe 4 times a year. That's got to be an absolute death sentence after your fight, because it's like, well, fuck, man, I don't even know when I'm going to fight again. And that's got to be kind of like, I don't know if scary is the right word.
But, I'm trying to look at longevity already. I ain't gonna lie, Tyler. I'm already looking at longevity already. I'm already trying to do stuff that's going to prolong my career. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do stuff that, stretching, swimming pool, trying to be careful with my joints, joint care, everything, muscle care, muscle wear and tear, looking at ways to keep your legs intact. everything you can think of to keep myself prolonged career. That's why I didn't want to go welterweight again, because I want to kill my career off. That will fuck my career up. That took me a long time to recover. Okay, I've said that enough. That shuts up now. But yeah, but literally, I'm looking. I think to myself, I will be fighting into my 40s. I do believe I'll be fighting into my 40s. You can't say that, you don't know, but I believe I will be fighting into my 40s, because I really believe. I look at this and I think to myself, when I think of not fighting, unless my mind changes in the future, when I'm not thinking about fighting, mate, I don't know. I either become a monk or I become like freaking. I don't know. I want to go into the woods or something. I want to do so. I don't know. I go a bit nutty. I go a bit fruity. So like, rather I have to keep myself my sanity. I have to like keep fighting. And I maybe if it's jiu-jitsu competitions in like 50s and 60s, you got all those things. Anything that to keep me focused. Yeah, I will be doing this a long time. Definitely.
You could be like the British Steven Seagal and make a bunch of shitty movies.
Oh my days.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like that's something to consider.
Yeah, I would. No.
Like you have to.
Why Seagal? Why Seagal, man?
Because
I think I'd rather go with her. She's come from MMA to fight. Bisping was like, don't freaking Steven Seagal me, you bastard.
Steven Seagal is so fucking ridiculous. Like, you have to do it. Like, he is so bad at acting, but like
why you Steven Seagal me? Why you Steven Seagal me? How dare you?
Because I want to see a ponytail. And I want to see like firing Uzis and stuff and saying stupid one-liners. You know, it'd just be fucking funny.
I'll do one-liners like Schwarzenegger, not freaking Seagal. No, man.
Oh my gosh, I have to send you something about Steven Seagal. So remind me.
Aaron Davinu, you watching this, bro? Aaron always sends me Seagal things. He always sends me the cartoons. Have you seen the ones with Anderson Silva and Nick?
Yeah.
Aaron Harmani. He sends me all of them, bro. I love it.
Well, I'm gonna send you one. And you know what? I'm actually going to include our audience. I'm going to put a link to this video. It's not my own. Somebody else produced it probably 3 or 4 years ago. And all they do for like 15 minutes is rip on Steven Seagal. And it's fucking funny. Definitely check it out. It's going to be in the description for the video.
I saw when he comes down the sword and this guy's like jumps in the air down the sword. He catches his hand. He takes it out and kills him with his own bare hands. Have you seen that one?
No, I'm gonna have to check that out. Steven Seagal, like,
see that Mike Tyson, then Mike Tyson finally finishes him, and he killed GSP. Like, I don't know, I could go on, but go on, yeah, go on.
He's just like the most fucking absurd guy. Do you think he's a fraud?
Yeah, 100% guaranteed.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Do you?
I don't know. Oliver Enkamp trained with him for a little while, and he honest to God,
but he seems like a really nice guy. I don't think Oliver's the type of person to slander anybody.
That's probably true. That's fair.
Yeah. Like you could be like rubbish and he would say he's amazing, you know, like I like Oliver, but he's the type of guy, really humble, nice guy.
That's true. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. He could very well be a gigantic fraud.
He is. He's not cut worthy. He is.
Do you think? Okay, so you fighting Steven Seagal, would you like destroy him in like inside a minute?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think? I'm gonna tag Steven Seagal in this video, and like, let's hope he sees it. I think you should fight Steven Seagal just for fun. Why not?
This is great. This is great.
There should be like a way, right? Like, you know, like Make-A-Wish, like when you're like a sick kid or whatever. Do you know? I don't know if you know what that means, but like there's a nonprofit in America. It's called like a Make-A-Wish Foundation. So like kids with cancer, they're like, oh, before I die, I want to go to like Disneyland or whatever, right? There should be something like, oh, well, before I die or before this and this, I like want to fight somebody. Like, I really want to fight Ariel Helwani. I don't know why. I want to fight him though, really badly.
Business. You and Ariel Helwani are in the same game.
I want to fuck him up. I don't know why. Maybe he's a nice guy, but every time I look at him, I see red, bro. I want to fight him.
He antagonizes people, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
likes to a lot of people.
I really like. I'm not, gonna like say he's a. I have my own personal opinions about his style, but I respect him for the fact that he's been relevant in the game for as long as he has. I don't know if I necessarily agree with his approach on how he got there, but with that being said, I want to fight him. I do, and I don't really want to fight a lot of people, but every time I see him, I'm just like, oh, I want to fucking elbow him.
Might know a lot of skill though, He might look fragile, but he might have a lot of skill, man. You might be doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think by that amount of time of years, you'd thought you'd done something in the game.
I'm confident with a training camp with you.
Yes, for me, guaranteed you win now. He's smashing him.
But I don't know if I have like the agility or length to like emulate your fighting style, but there's got to be a way.
I've got other coaches in here that do boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and we have got Thai and stuff like that. So it's not, wouldn't have to go out. I can bring you around.
Okay,
places.
Well, here's ideally how I want to knock out Ariel Helwani. I want to do Muay Thai. I want to clinch him. I want to knee him in the fucking face as hard as I can. Blood everywhere. A tooth flies. It lands in somebody's pint. That's what I want to see happen, and I know you're the man to get me there.
The pro MMA belt. We do that.
Yeah, absolutely. But hopefully he doesn't fuck me up. That would suck. Like, you talk all the shit like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up Ariel Helwani, and like he like locks me.
The Steven Seagal thing and this thing is like, I think Ariel Helwani. Well, another thing, I know Ariel Helwani truly understands the sport, so you'd assumed by now, even if it's like little or little to none, he's got something. He must have something. You can't just watch this sport for years and not have done anything. And as we go further, mate, I don't know why every time I do these interviews, I sit on this horrible stool and my ass is in serious pain. I'm not going to get piles sitting on this thing. I'll show you what I'm sitting on. Look at this. Jeez. Look at this thing. On there. And my ass is killing. But yeah, continue.
Well, you need to like better your setup. One celebrity that, okay, it has nothing to do with MMA.
Mm-hmm.
One celebrity that you really want to fight.
I like to fight The Rock.
That'd be okay. Cool. Okay, we can make that happen.
That'd be sick.
Like, in what discipline? Like MMA, boxing? You don't even care?
You said MMA. I would like to fight him in MMA. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, he's fucking like 300 pounds, but you could probably. I know you could do it.
That's what makes it fun. Yeah, I'm not. If I pick weakness, that's shit. Let's go with The Rock.
High crotch takedown. Like, I want to see it.
I'll pull guard. I'll pull guard on it. Let's go.
Let's go. Indeed. I'd like to see that.
I reckon he's got a gas tank, of 4 minutes max, and then he's fucked.
Well, yeah, because he's like jacked and muscles require oxygen.
Exactly.
Yeah, like 4 minutes is an eternity too, by the way. 3 minutes is an eternity.
Exactly. So I get him 4 minutes, I pull guard, let him do stuff. You don't know what the heck he's doing, probably swinging his arms do that stuff, let him tire out, and then it's game over.
Do you think The Rock knows how to fight at all?
Yeah.
You think so?
To a degree, yeah, because he's a big fan of MMA as well. I reckon he's got some sort of, and he must have some. He's done choreography, martial arts. But yeah, you asked me a guy who I want celebrity, yeah, and I will go for if I just said like someone I feel like a beat, I don't feel right. I just feel like a bully. I'd rather fight someone who's like going to be a challenge rather than like an actual. I'm not a bully. I don't fight someone like I don't want to I'd rather have a challenge. That's me.
What about Jake Paul?
You said celebrity.
Oh shit! Oh Jesus! It's getting deep already. You're freaking ruthless, Johnny. You really, truly are. Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you, in terms of fighting in America, like, I know that's something that's really important to you, getting over here, and like it's going to happen one day. Can you talk a little bit, like, what would that it's kind of weird because like you've been in the UK your entire life. I know you have family and stuff over here, but you've never really been here. Why is it so important to you? Like, why America of all places? Because you can fight in the O2 arena, like MMA, like the UK
Yeah,
MMA scene is incredible in its own right.
you get. I truly don't think in this country people are appreciative of the sport that I do. You know, like people in America understand it, especially in the authenticity of like, you know, places like China, Japan,
Mhm.
Thailand. You fighters are well more respected. I feel in this country is so much disrespect towards MMA fighters. It's actually, to me, I think it's disgusting. I'll be honest with you, like, you know, like someone could put the heart and soul into like football or heart and soul into music, but if someone puts the heart and soul to MMA, you almost sort of as a thug, or why are you doing that? It's like, because this is what I do. This is what I want to do. This is my love. This is my passion. This is all I want to do. But you know, I see, you know, in UK sort of style. I don't want to slander the UK, but I don't feel like I get love as much love. It is about love. I ain't got, and I know that in like definitely Japan, I've seen how like the people are out there, like the fighters really get truly, it's like true honor out there, and it's like true. I love that. But America as well, I think there's more honor in the fighters than there is. Like America love a lot of people from out. They like fighters as well.
Mhm.
But in boxing is way more respected in the UK than is MMA. I think people still see MMA as like cockfighting. You
Really?
know,
Okay.
to a degree, I feel that. I think we are getting, you know, the UK, it is getting better than what it was. You know, it's got a lot better than what it was, but it's still not. I don't find like people get the respect they deserve. I maybe that's an arrogant way of thinking, but I do truly believe that people don't get the respect they deserve, because MMA is such a hard sport. You got to do your striking, you got to do your footwork, you got to do your cardio, you got to do your wrestling, you got to do your Brazilian jiu-jitsu, then you got to do your strength and conditioning, you got to do your speed, you got to do, then you got to live a lifestyle of healthy eating, then you got to live a lifestyle of maintaining a freaking normal way of fucking earning a living and training at the same time. It is so hard. It
Mm.
is hard. People don't give, you know, it's not like, oh, you got one sport. It's like, no, I got to do all these individual sports. Then you've got people like me, Dipstick, who fucking goes, oh, I'm going to try capoeira. Oh, I'm going to start fucking do another one. I'll start doing this. I'll start doing that. So I add more into my game to, you know, it's like people don't even like, oh, yeah, that's good. And then someone says to me, oh, I'll do this in 3 weeks. I'm like, no, it's not the same. I've been doing this my whole life. I'm sorry. I've been
Mhm.
doing like you train with. I was like, great. I appreciate you stepping, but don't think like I, there's just a lot of disrespect. There's a lot of
Mhm.
disrespect. It's easy. It's this easy. It's not. It's not this easy. I love it. I love this sport, and I love how people watch it. I love all the fans who watch it, but it's not easy. It's not easy by any means. And the fact that some people look at it and think, "Oh, I could do that." Do it then. Do it then. And then when you come in there, when you come into training, and you're getting tapped out for fun, when you're getting like, oh, slightly almost, oh, I might got concussed today. When you've got all these other things coming in, it's like I feel like it don't get the respect it deserves, and that's why I really want to fight out. I really want to go. I want to go like straight to the. Maybe we shouldn't say, yeah. I want to go straight to the big. I want to put myself in the deep end and see. It's like a shark. I either sink or swim and see where I am. I think I'm not going to sink. I think I'm going to swim, but that's my opinion. I really want to go straight to the deep end and just like test myself, see where I'm at. My last fight was horrible though, but part of me feels like he wasn't even willing. In his eyes, he was no way willing to engage at all.
Mhm.
At all. There was no willing of engagement at all, and it was horrible. He was so hesitant. It killed the fight. It killed the fight, and I'm hoping that my next fight, someone doesn't. I can't say that because it's part of me thinks I need to freaking. I do need to change up my game. I do need to go do more controlling of the octagon. Make sure he doesn't go left. Make sure he doesn't go. I got to do those stuff because now I think people are going to imply more of those. They've seen a hole in my game. They're gonna. I'll say out loud. I'm not stupid. They've seen a hole in my games. They're going to imply that more. So now for I have to adjust. That's a fact. So, but other than that, yeah, I think that if you did go toe to toe, then yeah, I do feel like I'm coming out on top. That's my opinion.
Hey, you touched on a lot of things that I think is so fascinating, and one of the reasons why I like this sport so much is because everyone has a weakness.
Mm.
Everyone does. Like it is truly, in my opinion, and you know, my opinion may not be mean a whole lot to a lot of people, but in my opinion, just observing the sport and watching it as a fan, it's like it's impossible to be fucking amazing at everything. It's not possible. Like, if you think you're really amazing at everything, then like you're not fighting the right people. Your caliber of opponents aren't right. Like, it is truly impossible to master every element of MMA. And it's not possible. Like, you can be an amazing grappler, your striking's terrible. You can be a great striker, your grappling's terrible. Like, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, like, it would be impossible to master every single one of those things. Everyone's got a weakness. You have different styles that clash. Sometimes the grappler gets up on top, sometimes the striker does. And it's one of those things where everyone is so good. It's just really a matter of who wants it more and who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. And that's what really sets the great from the good. Like, that's the difference. It's somebody who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. And I don't know. I think the other thing that makes it so interesting is this isn't a sport for everybody. Like, I like football. I've played football before, so it's like, yeah, I've been out I know what that's like. There's 11 other people on the field with me. You know, we're kicking the ball back and forth. Like, I know what it feels like to score a goal. I know what it feels like to like win a match. Like, great. I know I played basketball before. I know what that's like too. I don't know what it's like to walk out in an arena full of people by myself, get locked in a cage, and know that the guy standing across from me really wants to fuck me up. And he's only been thinking about me for 3 months straight, or whatever the case may be, and he wants to bash my face in. Like, that's got to be like you probably can't describe that feeling. Like, it's one of those things, like, you'll never understand it unless you do it yourself.
It's real. I love real.
It's primal.
It's real. I think fighting is the most real shit you can get. I love it. It's pure. It's just, it's that. I can't explain it. It's just there. And it is what it is. Can't define it. It is. That's all I say. It is. That's what it is. And it's just, it's there. It's there. I was going to give someone a big shout out, because thinking about someone, I've had a lot of good friends around me. It's helped me a lot as well. It's not just me, you know, I've had like really good friends. One particular, Soldier George. And I remember I had an opportunity to train with a great team called Renegade in Birmingham. And I think Leon Edwards and his brother was there, but I missed the first day. I missed the first day there because I had a sponsor that was going to pay for my whole travel up there. And sadly, he became unwell and couldn't do it the first day. But my mate, at 2:00 in the morning, I was actually walking, believe it or not, because I had no money. I was walking all the way. I was walking to Birmingham. I was literally walking there, and I phoned my mate up, and Soldier George, he gave me a lift and took me all the way down to Birmingham. And I never told about this story because it's kind of embarrassing, but I was literally living in a freaking 24-hour. I signed up free trial 24-hour gym because they fucking, you know, I knew I wouldn't be in the cold. But a part of me wanted it that badly. I was willing to stay into this gym, but when I was training there, I don't want to like start slandering other gyms, but it wasn't like I expected a lot more from this club. You know, when I was there, I mean, maybe a lot more opportunities could have come out of it, and maybe I was silly. I didn't get trained with Leon Edwards, but I wasn't like there thinking, wow, I was expecting to be outclassed, and I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, but all that gave me more confidence in myself. I thought, damn, I am this good. I don't want to say arrogant, but then after that, I thought, dumb, and I lost. So, you say I won. A lot of people think I won, but then I thought, oh fuck, maybe I've got to calm down with that arrogant shit. You know, calm down. You know, but I did a spar with everybody. I thought, wow, maybe I'm this good. You know, and I've sparred down Rapture. I sparred with amazing clubs the world. And everybody I've been with, I don't want to say it, but they've always said, please come back. They've always liked me, and they always welcome me back. So I've always I've always had heavy belief, and it's just like got to a stage now where I think myself, fuck it, let's go to the deep end. Throw me in the deep end and see what happens. Either I sink or I swim. And that's how I'm at now. I don't want to be fighting any more low level. I shouldn't say low level, but I want to go in deep. I want to go deep end, and it's either sink or swim. And let's see what happens. Let's see how I perform. That's the level I'm at now. But also, that's the fact that George, who gave me a lift all the way down to Birmingham, short notice. And I've had people like Lee Davis, who drove me up to fights and drove me up to other things. I've had people like Lee B. Davis, who's my strength conditioner. He's been making me like an animal. He's got like the strength I've got to this day. Moses Jolly, sparring partner, absolutely amazing. Craig Andrews, again, a guy who's taking me on the pads. Gus Gilbert, another guy who's taking me on the pads. Craig Andrews and Gus have done a lot with me, take me to different places and trained me to different clubs and stuff and trained with Dave John Gym as well, like, you know, for his for doing sparring. You know, Steve. Sorry, I'm just naming off people like Steven Ralph, sparring with him as well. Ben Durzo just said, you know, he helped me in the corner and also been sparring with him, helped me loads with sparring. You know, there's probably other people that Nathan Jones as well. There's loads of people that like can help me out on this side. But I'm just like, I'm at a stage now. I don't want to do any more. I don't want to fight amateur anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like another one is. It's gonna be hard to get motivated. It's gonna be hard to get for another. I want to go in the deep end. I want to go in a real deep end. I want to be thrown in. Don't care what weight class. If they say I have to fight at welterweight, I have to fight at welterweight, but give me some months' notice on that so I can make adjustments and do it slowly. But I prefer the middle or light heavyweight personally. That's what I would.
We are on the precipice of amazing things, Jonny. I think it's only going to be a short amount of time before your dream is realized, and you are fighting in America, and you are fighting on the biggest stage in the world. It's only going to be a matter of time before I see you in the T-Mobile Arena at some of these massive cards.
If we're in America, bro, you're in my corner. You know that, and we're gonna get that. If you get me in there, anybody watches this show, I say that. If you want that, we'll say I love Tyler. There, it's there. Come on, make it happen, Tyler. Let's make this happen.
Let's absolutely make it happen, Jonny. Shout out your sponsors before I let you go, because I know that you have a lot of people like Pro Panther and MTM Motor Services and the Legion MMA West Wales and Enhanced.
Oh, hold up. I'm gonna do Spin and Rooney. Shout them out, bro. Shout them out.
All right, I will shout them out. Okay, so we got the Multicast, the DJ Boxing Gym in Swansea, FSD Craig Andrews.
There we go. And also a big shout out to you, Mama's Basement MMA, because you helped me out as well, bro.
We you know what? We didn't do as much as I hoped we would, but we got a good thing going in the store. So if you guys are watching this, just so you know, for the fighters that I sponsor, I basically turn my entire clothing line over to them, and they are able to get 100% of all of the profits from that clothing line to help fund training camp expenses. Fighting is very difficult, not only physically, but also financially. So anything that we could do to help out guys like Jonny, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're always going to be about. And Jonny, man, you're an absolute legend. Go ahead and say your thing.
Thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ as well. Blessed. There you go. Thank you, man.